What's
Yo,
up,
yo,
Danny?
what's going on?
Thank you for joining me, legend.
Oh, thank you for having me, bro. The pleasure is mine.
Definitely. So you know what
Where
today?
you based at? Where
Indiana.
you based at?
Indiana.
Oh, Indiana. Nice.
Yeah. You in
I'm
LA
I'm
right
in
now?
Cali. No, well, I'm in the Coachella Valley.
Okay,
I-
okay.
I'm in the Coachella Valley. That's about 2 hours away from LA. That's where I reside now. I moved like 2018 for my festival. I have a festival here
Okay.
that I brought in, and I love it, man. It's the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I don't know. It was a big change. I've been in New York for 35 years, so you know, it was a big change for me. But I still got the place in New York, but I go back and forth.
Yeah.
I can
So
never let New York go.
absolutely. It's a good two places to spend your time between Cali and New York. So
Yeah, my sons are holding it down over there. I got a 23-year-old. He's holding it down over there, and a 21-year-old. So
yeah.
big dudes, big
So
dudes.
so you know what today is, right?
Yeah, man. I know what today is, bro. It's a special day for all of us, for all of us that part of the Gangstar Foundation
No doubt.
and J. Rue the Damages legacy, right?
Right.
Um, yeah, it dropped today. Got a lot of fun stories about that photo shoot.
Yeah, I definitely do. We all want to hear that because it's one of the most iconic album covers of all time. Still being talked about 26 years ago today. So
Shoo!
yeah, crazy. If you can give some of the viewers a little background into Danny Hastings' history, and then we'll work our way up to this photo shoot.
I'm gonna walk them around my room over here so they
Okay.
can see some of the stuff. This is the compound over here.
Yeah.
And, here's some of the classics. We're gonna start with the Wu 36 Chambers.
Wow.
You know,
Already.
heavy, heavy New York. The Ace is in the house for sure, right? Jerry
Right.
the Damned. Can the sun rises in the east?
Yeah.
I have little Kim over here when I shot her for the Junior Mafia. It's a fun fact. I was supposed to shoot the Junior Mafia album cover, but Biggie had kind of like a contractual agreement that he couldn't be on the cover. I
Uh,
was already on set and he didn't show up, and all that stuff
right.
when didn't go so well. But Chimodu shot it after that. Shout
Okay.
outs to Chimodu, that's my man.
Right. He did a lot of stuff for the Source, didn't he?
Yeah, what?
He did a lot of shoots for the Source magazine.
He did a lot of shoes. You should have that brother, man. He's amazing.
Yeah,
KRS One. I did the first Return of the Boom Bap. That's my first album cover. Super classic.
absolutely.
You see here Redman and Method Man. That's the cover of Blackout, the first Blackout,
Wow.
where they have that the Rock Wilder hit.
Yes, sir.
Right. I shot some publicity shots for the
Trico.
Gods, Chaco Quest, Rest in
Beautiful.
Peace, Five.
Yeah, beautiful.
I have that. I was not only working with the East Coast, I was working with the West. Also, my man Busy Bum flew me out to the West to shoot his album cover called Heaven's Movie,
Dope.
right?
Yeah.
That's one of the classics. Also, I shot the Rap God for Eminem
Ah,
for his album cover, well EP cover,
right.
Slim Shady. This was the cover that the label released because his first cover, this one, had little problems with commercial release. As you can see, there's somebody in the trunk and all that stuff. So some of the stores didn't want to release that,
Right.
so I had to shoot it. I shot for the limited edition LP, which you see this. This is the cover that got all those sales.
Right. Crazy.
Right. I work with Eminem again with Bat Me Tebow right there. Peace to Royce the 5'9". Money, Power, Respect.
The
The
locks.
locks, the locks next to Gangstar and Jeru are the artists that I work with the most. I've done like 4 photo shoots for them.
Okay.
Um, and I shot The Streets. I shot an album that didn't come out on Def Jam, and then I shot another album for Rock Nation, which is recently. I got
Oh,
some dope shots of these brothers. Love those guys, man.
yes, sir.
The
Hard,
kings, man, the gods right there
hard to
of hip
earn.
hop. Yo, you gotta call me for this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, which is this was the 25th year, no?
Yeah, it was in March.
Yeah. It was this year?
Yeah, already.
Yeah. So that's
Actually, it was last year.
it was last year. Yeah, I was getting my thoughts mixed up because I remember meeting, I was gonna tell you, I met Jeru at the Hard to Earn photo shoot, if
Yeah,
that makes sense. Right? This shot right here, sorry for the reflections, man, but
all right.
this one right here, it's one of the classic. It was part of the photo shoot for a magazine called Stress Magazine.
Yeah, I got that issue.
Yeah,
Is that the
and
is that the Twin Towers behind there?
that is the Twin Towers behind there.
Crazy.
Yeah, and this I call the building amongst buildings because it's only buildings and you see in the picture. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Heavy. This is a heavy picture, man. I love that. I also shot for Texas. Shout out to my boy Little Flip.
Little flip.
Woo, the underground legend.
Yes, sir. I
You
got
know,
I got that poster.
yeah, he was so dope. Raekwon, Criminology.
Ooh, classic.
Yeah, Lou Diamonds. I got you saw that already. Oh man, rest in peace, P. I got
Wow.
the chance. In the '90s, I didn't work with Mobb Deep because I
Uh-huh.
was shooting so much stuff for Loud. The art director there was like, "Yo, you're shooting too much for Loud, man. You gotta." He couldn't give me everything, man. Shout out to all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Uh, but I wasn't able to work with Mobb Deep in the '90s, but I was able to work in the 2000s when they released America's Nightmare.
Yeah.
And I was able to work with those brothers at Jive Records. It was like amazing, amazing. I was like Cypher Complete, West Coast again,
Rap pages.
King, Rap Pages, Ice Cube.
Dope.
Then my brother Shabazz the Disciple
Yeah.
coming out of Red Hook. You should interview that brother, man. I saw. I think you interviewed Smooth the Hustler, right?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not
We've
yet.
been talking, so that's in the works.
You gotta get that brother in, man.
Yeah.
Got Super Cat over there. I went to Jamaica to shoot Super Cat.
Dope.
And over here,
The legend. Big pun.
the Latin King right here, brother. Gets no bigger than this.
Crazy.
That is the man right there.
So you got to work with quite a few legends before they passed. P,
Yeah, man.
Fife, Pun,
Yeah,
all the P's.
yeah. Rest in peace, man. This is an excerpt from the Sunrises in the East. That's the same day that I shot.
Dope. J.
You see
Rue.
the bridge back there? That's the Brooklyn Bridge.
Ah,
I'm gonna show you this on the screens. It looks better on the screen later.
okay.
So some Bishop, another West Coast. I was East Coast and West Coast, man.
Yeah. Best of
You
both
know,
worlds.
and I shot also Chicago. I shot Crucial Conflict.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, the licks.
The licks. That's my guy Tash. Shout out to Tash
Yeah,
in the group.
yeah. Keith Murray.
Classic.
Keith Murray, the most beautifulest thing in this world. I did the album, the single, the whole packaging. Capadonna is up there. You see Capadonna, the pillage.
The Pillage.
Yeah, you see here.
Lords of the Underground.
You already know. You already know. This is a mega classic right here I'm about to show you. Mega classic.
Ah,
Turning 25 years this year.
absolutely.
Blue diamonds and ghosts.
Craziest photo shoot ever, probably. We got to probably connect on that one.
All right.
Pencil me in for that one.
All right, man. That's E40 and the click.
Dope.
The licks. I got this guy. This guy is from the Staten Island before the Woo. It was this guy.
UMCs.
UMCs, you already know. You already know. When the Woo came out, they shut down anything coming out of Staten Island. That was it. That was that was it, bro.
That was the
It was
last
the
of the
Woo
weekends.
only. That's it.
Smooth the Hustler.
And his brother Trigger the Gambler. This is another Queens legend right here.
Royal Flush.
Big time. Big time.
Dope.
And I think you have Mac Geronimo though, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Great interview.
Yo, he's the coolest dude ever, man.
Absolutely. Learned a lot from him.
To the MIC, man. He's amazing, bro. Amazing guy. Through the years, never changed.
Yeah, very humble.
Cypress Hills.
That was a big one.
West Coast Kings.
Mad Skills, Virginia. What was you doing in Virginia?
Now he came up to New York for this one.
All right.
Yeah, he came up to New York for this one, man.
Dope.
Super. I know the guy like Mike Geronimo, man. Super cool guy, man. Super cool guy. Humble. The best. Rest in peace, Fatal Hussein.
Yeah. Outlaws.
Yeah. His photo shoot was very special.
And the
And these are
kings of R&B.
Yo, these are the kings of R&B, bro.
Absolutely.
There was not a girl that didn't have this poster back in the 90s, bro.
It wasn't a guy that probably didn't have that poster either. We all wanted to be like Josie.
They all became baby mamas listening to this. This was baby making love music, bro. This was
at its finest.
Right? Man, this is love making music right there.
Jerry, Wrath of the Math.
Rap, yep. You already know. Shout outs to Julian Alexander.
Beautiful.
One of my favorite art directors. I got
crazy
here, unpublished.
Crazy.
You don't see this too often.
At all. Exclusive.
Yeah. And this is a shot. This is a really special shot of Mobb D because I did this in a cemetery. And I didn't see this picture until the day that P passed. And this picture stroked to me like I was looking for something to, pay a homage to him.
Right.
And then I saw this picture. I was like, wow, man. And then if you see the facial expressions,
Right. Wow.
Right. Look at their facial expression. And Pete's almost like,
wow.
I don't know, man. Like, and I printed the day that he passed away because I was looking for something. I was like, that picture struck me so much.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Did you remember taking that picture?
Yeah, of course, man. And amongst the kings, I have the queen over here. Shout outs to Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. I'm a big fan.
Very nice.
Yeah, man. That's the compound here.
Beautiful work. Beautiful work.
Thank you. I'm gonna put this on a tripod so
cool.
We can talk.
Let me you freezing up?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
If you need to log off and log back on. All right, back in business.
Yes.
Before we talk about this, the sun rises in the east, let me ask you a few questions. What is it about your photography? What do you look for, maybe that another photographer doesn't look for?
Um, I mean, when it comes to, I have a different approaches, because sometimes when I'm shooting music, or I'm shooting an actor, or I'm shooting, just a portrait of somebody, I kind of try to see their soul, like kind of feel for who they are as a person, what they want to portray. I like to spend some time. When it comes to music in general, I like to spend some time with the music, right? And listen to the vibe, man. Like I think I've been blessed to interpret music into visuals, right? From a very young age. And I mean, I was a fan of rock and roll before I became a fan of hip hop, right? I mean, when I'm from Panama, I grew up in Panama, so hip hop didn't get there until that mid '90s. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
I was there until like 80, 86, and then I came to New York, right? That's when I discovered hip hop for the first time. And prior to that, from like 81 to 86, my teenage years, I started collecting a lot of vinyl, a lot of records, and a lot of those records were like AC/DC, Highway to Hell, anything Pink Floyd. I was a heavy artistic kid, so those covers, drew me in. Like when you see like a pig flying over a wall and factories burning and all this shit, and I was just like looking at those covers, like wow, like that was the first when you walk into a record store, the first thing that represented the music were the album covers and the posters.
Right.
We didn't have Instagram, we didn't have like the shareability that we have today. The radio wouldn't really play a lot of stuff. The radio would only play like pop stuff. And if you wanted to listen to Pink Floyd, you have to actually buy the album. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And a lot of records like Rush and The Police. Big fan of Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden to me like got me just because of their covers,
Yeah,
right?
with
You
Eddie.
see
Eddie was
Iron
crazy.
Maiden, you see their covers with that skeleton, the
Eddie.
trooper flying
Right.
and shit. I was like, to me, like I collected those albums. I bought those albums, and when you get the albums, you play it, and I was the kind of kid that used to listen to the music and look at all the lyrics and live with the album. That's what we did back in the days, right? So I started learning at a very young age, you know, the aesthetics of what an album is, right? Fast forward and coming to hip hop, you know, I was already a photographer. I was in high school. I took all my pictures. I was like, addicted to photography. When I came to New York, I basically, I was a printer. I became a printer for one of the biggest labs in New York City at 19.
Crazy.
At 19, bro, I was printing pictures when like my co-workers were 50 years old. I was printing pictures in the lab, dude. When you understand what that is, like taking the negatives, making prints, mixing chemicals. You know what I'm saying? I was like a scientist basically. And being here in New York, it gave me that, the knowledge of photography. Like New York inspired me. And then discovering hip hop and discovering, my roots in hip hop too, in terms of like, Black and Latino culture and my neighborhood. Everybody was listening to Eric B. and Rakim, BDP, KRS-One. You know what I'm saying? I started obviously listening to it too. My friends were Latinos, my friends were Black. Everybody was sharing this new music to me. And at the same time, it was also new, like, it was popping heavily on the ground. So I started taking pictures of all my friends and taking pictures of my friends. I started putting a portfolio together. And when I started buying albums like Paid in Full